All right, we are back on the PHLY Eagles podcast, and now presented by Bucci Jewelers. It's time to talk to Cooper DeJean. Cooper, how you doing? Coming off a big win, getting ready for the bye.
Great. Big win yesterday. Now into the bye week, so feels good.
Do you have when you play a team? I know you asked a lot. You were asked a lot of questions about this heading in, like playing a team twice in 3 weeks or whatever. But was it like kind of weird on the field? Like I just saw you guys. Was it extra chippy, or anything like that?
It was a little different because we did just see him like
Right.
I don't know how long ago, but it was recently. But it was definitely a little different. Um, they did some different things though than we saw the first game, but yeah, it was a little weird. That's the first time I've played a team, that close together
A little silly as far as I'm
before.
concerned, but
Yeah, I think we do it with Washington too here
yeah, at the end.
toward the end of the
Which to
season.
me,
Yeah,
why didn't they just flip those? Why couldn't it just been?
yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Anyway, we don't have to get into the scheduling mechanics and my gripes with Roger Goodell, of which I have many. Um, Coop, in this game, I'm curious about how you feel about this, having been through last year, where, in no small part thanks to you, the defense got so much better over the course of the season. I don't know why necessarily that might be, but do you feel like this defense has a chance to be on something of a similar trajectory?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think that's how the season goes. You just continually improve, every single week, and I think that's what we've done as a defense. I feel like, last week, was probably one of our better, if not our best game of the season on defense to this point. And that's a good thing. We got to continue to get better each and every week. And that's something that's been stressed in the locker room. But the guys up front played really well. Back end played really well together. I feel like just everybody on defense was clicking together, and it was fun. It made it fun. I know there was a lot of smiles out there on the field, laughing, while also being focused. But it was good to kind of put it all together yesterday.
The thing that looks most different to us from the outside is obviously having Nakobe in the middle on some packages with Zach and Jihad flexing to the outside. What has that been like for you?
Yeah, I mean, they're both. I mean, it really hasn't been a whole lot different.
Okay.
They're both great players, obviously, and we can do different things with all three of them healthy, which is great. Obviously, with Jihad on the edge and Nakobe in the middle. But I'm just happy to see Nakobe back out there and his energy that he brings to our defense. I think it's helped us a lot. And it allows us to do different things, like I said, with our fronts and with our structure within the defense.
Speaking of guys coming back who have a unique energy, what's it been like having BG back in the building?
It's been great. It's been awesome. Just the energy that he's brought. Um, you know,
I mean, and
I,
you mentioned everybody gets a smile on their face. Like,
yeah, I
like
know. I know, because that's just the type of guy he is. I don't think BG ever has a bad day. At least he doesn't show it.
right.
But he was out there talking crap the first day of practice. He was talking in warm ups to Jameis Winston
Okay.
yesterday before the game. But just the energy that he brings, to the field, to the practice field, and on game days is great for us, and his veteran presence as well for young defense is also good. But I can't wait till he suits back up in them pads.
Couple more for you. I want to ask you about Andrew Mukuba, Cooper, because having been a rookie last year and having played that position this summer next to Reed, I think you have probably as good of a perspective here as anybody. What has it been like watching Drew, get the reps that he needs at a very difficult position for a rookie to learn?
Yeah, he's been great since he got here. Just the questions he asks, you can tell he wants to be great and wants to make an impact on our defense. but it's a tough position. It was kind of a blessing in disguise as much as I wanted to be out there the first week of the season last year, but I think it helped me a lot, not playing those first 4 weeks on defense and, kind of allowing myself to get more comfortable within the defense. But, we threw him in there right away. Put a lot on his plate and, he's handled it. He's handled it well. It's I've tried to put more on myself to make things easier on him, just communication wise and in the back end. But he's done a great job. He's continued to improve each and every week, and we knew it wasn't going to be perfect right away, but he's continued to get better, each and every week.
What's he like in the DB's room?
He's he's just laid back.
Okay.
He's pretty laid back. Funny dude though when you get him talking. Asks a lot of questions in the room. When we're going over game plan stuff and things like that. But he's a good guy to have around.
The coaches always talk about the bye week as like self-scout time, right? They can get back to basics. I'm hoping you can give us a bit of a behind the scenes self-scout on, is there anybody who, like, Eagles fans aren't really aware of, someone who has not made a huge impact on the field yet, who has impressed you behind the scenes, whether that's on the field or something else?
Yeah, I think a lot of the young DBs in our room have done a lot of great things. Giving guys looks on the scout team defense,
Okay.
being able to go up against the starters every single day. I think you saw some of them out there. On Sunday, Mac. He's been great. Continue to get better. And then I think Xavier Gibson.
Okay. He's got some juice.
I think once we get him going in the return game, I think he'll be a good weapon for us.
Okay, last one. You got the cereal behind you, the Coops Crunch. Now I don't know if you saw this. My colleague EJ Smith wrote a story about you this week, but he was asking Devontae about the cereal, and he's like, yeah, Devontae's debating whether he's actually going to eat the cereal or not.
I did see it. I did
is
see
it?
that.
And EJ's like, well, you don't really look like a cereal guy, and Devontae's face changes. He gets very serious. He's like, oh, I'll have some cereal up now.
Yeah,
He's a big cereal guy. So I want to know, what cereal will you F up? What's on your Mount Rushmore of cereals? Aside from your own, of course.
Aside from my own, Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch and berries is up there for sure.
I'm with you. It's great.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Can't go wrong with Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I don't think. Throw the Wheaties in there.
Okay. I
The
like
the frosted Wheaties.
Okay.
I'm trying to think.
My beef on Cinnamon Toast Crunch is I don't think soggy Cinnamon Toast Crunch is very good.
I don't eat cereal with milk.
Oh, really?
I eat all my cereal dry. Yeah.
Do you
I'm not a
even
big
put it in a
cereal and
bowl,
milk
or
guy.
you just
Yeah,
straight out of the
I put it
bag?
in a bowl. I still eat it with a spoon. Put it in the bowl, but
Wow, all dry.
yeah, I'm not a big cereal with milk guy. Never been. I don't know why.
Interesting.
Yeah. I also Honey Nut Cheerios too. Got to throw that in there.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's the most down the middle. Everybody can be happy with Honey Nut Cheerios.
Consistent. Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, no, there's no milk thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Red flag Eagles fans have.
I like the sugary cereals. So I just feel like the milk ruins it kind of.
To me, that what makes a good cereal is it's good both dry and once it gets a little bit wet, which Cap and Crunch does well. And I imagine Coops Crunch does too.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Cooper DeJean, thank you so much. Enjoy the bye week. Enjoy the time off. Everybody check out the latest episode of Exciting Mics. And thank you to Bucci Jewelers for bringing us this segment here on the PHLY Eagles podcast.